Regarding microphones, you need two microphones. Here's the thing is that if you're going to be doing videos by yourself, you need what they call a lav mic. And there's all different brands out there. I'm a huge fan of the Rode mics. They're kind of a prosumer, meaning they're not super the highest end, but they're definitely not the lowest end either. And for the price point, they're just excellent, well-made products from a great company. And you need the lav mic if you're moving around, because if you're going in front of the camera and behind the camera, the directional mics like I'm having on here right now, they're not great. But the problem with these is if you have multiple people in a video, the mic, you're the only one going to be mic'd. If someone's standing off, they're not gonna be able to hear you. So you do need one of these for when you're working in the shop or just doing your own videos just by yourself. But the workhorse, the one that I think most people are using, would be a Rode VideoMic Pro. And what that gives you, the problem with it is that it's directional and you can only talk in the front of it. So when you're behind the camera, you get some pretty muffled, bad audio. But if you're running and gunning and moving around, that is the microphone to have. If you're just gonna have one, that's where you wanna start. And what I do is, like I have this one, I flip it around. So I'm behind the mic, so I'm getting good audio right now from that. For cameras, I run Canon's EOS. This is my older camera, a 70D. The one I'm videoing on right now is its predecessor. It's the 80D. Excellent cameras. Shoot full manual, gives you lots of control. Little bit of a learning curve, but not bad. It's everything now to me is second nature. And tripods are so important. When you're looking at a camera like this, if you have a nice lens on there and a microphone, it's not hard to have $3,000 or more sitting on top of a tripod. You don't want to skimp, and you don't want to skimp out on quality. The Manfrotto tripods, I've used them for years. Here's my original one. Bought that back in the 90s, and here it is, still chugging along. An absolutely fabulous company. And then as far as lights, I don't have a lot of lights. I just use this one LED. What I like about it is it's so portable. It gives me the ability to dial in color. It's very bright. It's got 2 batteries in it that I have 2 extra ones, so I always have batteries ready. I can move it around, and I've got it on a Manfrotto light stand, which extends really high. This light stand is a little bit different than a tripod in that the legs are not adjustable, so it won't work on uneven ground. But it is great for indoors, and it goes really high, like 15 feet or so. So I kind of look at it as a poor man's drone. You can run your camera up there and get some really cool shots on that different perspective by just using the light pod. And one of the very best things, and what I'd really recommend, is having a universal style mounting system for every piece of equipment you have. And what that means is these Manfrotto clips. So every camera, every piece of equipment that I have is interchangeable. I can put this light on this tripod, and all it does is just snaps on there like that. It's locked in. I can put any camera on any tripod. I can put any light. I can do anything I want to. I can interchange things. My cell phone, all of that is all on those little clips. Just a must have. Also, I neglected to mention, every tripod and every piece of equipment, you want an adjustable head, something that you can use with one hand. The two-hand things are, to me, they're just slow and difficult. It's worth it to get these. See, if I can adjust this one anywhere I want to with one hand. It's got a pistol grip on it. It locks off. It comes down, up or down. Very convenient. Here, with a light stand, I don't have a pistol grip. I have one that takes 2 hands, you can see. But it's a similar thing, but this one doesn't move around near as much. Once it's dialed in and fixed, that's kind of it. But for your main tripod, you want something like this, whatever configuration you decide on. So if you're just getting started and you don't want to invest or don't have the money to invest in all of that equipment, which is not necessary, you can do everything you need to do with your phone. And I shoot a lot of stuff with my phone. I've got an iPhone 6, but this configuration is quite excellent. It's just a basic, it's called a shoulder pod holder. It doesn't matter the brand, any type of a holder that holds your phone secure. The key element of this is the Manfrotto, the tripod. You'll see a lot of vloggers use this particular tripod because it is so multifunctional. It's made by Manfrotto, and you push the button. It's got a swivel head on it, so you can It's hard to use with one hand, so you can level it, but you get the point. But the best thing about it is it makes a very comfortable handle. So you can hold on to it. The way it fits your palm is really nice. You can hold on to it. It makes a great handle for flipping around, gives you better stability. You can hold it up here and reach your controls really well. And you can always, if you want to do a still shot, you can set it up and it will self-level. But this is a great, great little tripod. Action cameras are also pretty much indispensable for lots of different things. If you have something where you don't want to damage, or you're going to be working where it's going to be raining or water, a GoPro, or I've had GoPros and I prefer the Sonys. I've got 3 of these because they have great image stabilization, and I think the image, I think they're just better. I think they're better built. They're more robust, and you can run them in, with splash water. I'm not going to go take a swim with it without the waterproof case, which gives you excellent audio. And there's an audio input in these, which is nice. So the little Sony action cameras are my favorite. Great battery length too. This is my chair. It's not a very nice chair. It's one I've just had for 20 years with a sheepskin cover on it. I like to sit on the sheepskin, and underneath is the Tempur-Pedic pad. It was the hardest $100 I ever spent, and almost probably the best. But that's pretty comfortable to sit on for hours on end. I keep thinking of things that I forgot to mention. So you'll see one thing that I did to deal with the acoustics in here, which were really bad because of the wood floor and high ceiling, is put curtains. So I hung curtain rods, and we just got curtains and hung them all the way around here. And when I'm editing, I think most people will agree, light, I can't stand to have light. So everything is got to be covered up. I need to be able to get the colors right and everything on the monitor. And the curtains have been nice. It makes it warm and makes it a lot more quiet in here. And it's a simple fix just for really inexpensive soundproofing. And finally, there's Jack's area. He's taking over where he does his editing. We carved him out a little spot in the corner there. And then it's nice because the two of us, we can be together and work together. So that's it. That's a tour of my video editing area. I really have enjoyed this. It is some place that I enjoy being. It has nice access close to the kitchen that I can talk to the family, or I can close the door and have a little bit of privacy and to be able to work. So a commonly asked question is, how long does it take to edit a video? And I would say from the time that, let's say we're talking about a 10-minute video, from the time I shoot it, after it's all of the footage is done, and that varies depending on the takes and all that. But as I sit down here and the final product, when I'm ready to upload it, it could be anywhere from an hour to 3 hours to edit a video. Sometimes 4 if it's highly complex, but mostly hour and a half. I can pretty much knock a video out, and an hour video takes about 2 or 3 hours to upload because we're on satellite internet. So one last question, and then I'll go, that comes up all the time that I have tried lots of things over the years to see what works best. Short videos, long videos, cutting videos up into clips. And it's a hard thing to determine because you have such a huge audience, and it's hard to please everyone, and everyone has different needs. And as you've noticed, that I have been uploading videos right around the 10-minute, and that seems to be about the perfect spot for most people. Some people think it's too short, some people think it's too long, but when I look at analytics and I look at watch times and I respond and hear feedback back, that's kind of the sweet spot. So that's kind of where we're going to be for now. Will that change? It probably could. This platform, YouTube, and this whole thing changes just all the time. You have to always be adapting and changing to stay relevant on the website. The other thing at the end is that you'll notice that my end cards are much longer. They've been shut down to 20 seconds. Now, that is because YouTube has implemented a new end card system for annotating that only gives you 20 seconds at the max. You can go anywhere from 0 to 20 seconds. That's why they're so short. So I cannot put clickable annotations in longer videos than that. And that's why those feel like they're a little bit rushed. That's just the way that they're moving. It's a beta program that I'm testing with them. Will it be permanently enacted? Probably. That's typically what they do, is that they beta test a lot of stuff with creators. I beta test a lot of things before they come out, and almost all of them, I think almost all of them have been implemented for everyone else. So that's it. If you have any questions in the comments, let me know, and we'll see you guys on the next video.